So I ended up back in hospital again. Good times. So the last video showed me in hospital, and then I was discharged on the Friday, and then the following Friday I ended up back in hospital with the same problem. So they got my hemoglobin up to, I think it was 116, and then within a week it went all the way back down to 66 because I bled that much. I've done some like mini vlogs on my reels or stories, depending on what platform you prefer, about this hospital trip, so you can have a look at that if you want. There was a lot of waiting around, and they were like worried about me having more blood transfusions so quickly after I'd just had 4 units of blood. But they did give me 3 more units of blood and also an iron transfusion. And then it was clear that they needed to move along the hysterectomy. So there was a bit of I don't know whether they can or not. Like, I think they were thinking about what to do, but they weren't communicating with me, so I didn't have a clue. I felt rough for like another 24 hours without any treatment because I wasn't on a list. Again, you can look at these properly on the reel/stories of my mini vlogs. There's 5 of them. And yeah, so there was a lot of waiting around, a lot of frustration. I got really quite down about it at one point because I didn't know what was going on. And it's scary constantly losing so much blood and being that close to basically dying, and keep being that close and having like no control over it and feeling like nobody cares. But eventually things happened and moved forward, and I managed to get my hysterectomy in earlier. So I came out of hospital on the Tuesday afternoon. It is now Friday and I have my hysterectomy tomorrow. So I'm a little bit nervous now, shall we say, but I'm pleased that it is happening because I can't keep going round in circles like this. I want my life back. I have no life at the moment, and yes, okay, I'm not going to have a life for a little bit while I recover, but I'm looking forward to not bleeding constantly, like not having to like, also just like thinking about normal periods, not having to plan, like when we went to, me and my friends went to a spa, there was 4 girls and we were like trying to work out roughly when we were going to be on our period to get in before that, because not everyone's like comfortable wearing things like tampons and things. And also holidays, even if you do wear things tampons, you're like swollen and bloated and stomach cramps and stuff, and you don't want that either. So you'd rather not be on it at all. So it'll be quite nice to be able to live like a man and not have to worry about stuff like that. So that's something that I'm quite looking forward to. But one of the things I'm not looking forward to is the menopause. So I'm 40, but I haven't started perimenopause yet. Some of my friends have, but I haven't. And basically it's going to hit me, I feel like a freight train. Because obviously taking out my uterus is going to mean that I'm going to start having menopausal symptoms, and I don't know what that's going to mean for me because obviously it means different things for different people. My mum got off relatively lightly, but obviously when it comes to fertility and things like that, I do not take after my mum, so I don't know if that's really going to be a good guide. So we'll see what happens. And yeah, I'm a little bit nervous about it. I've been doing some research, I've been given some recommendations for books and things to read, and I guess I'm just gonna have to see what happens and hope that it's not too horrendous, and then I'll have sort of a second kind of menopause because they're leaving my ovaries and taking out my tubes and my uterus. So because they're leaving my ovaries, obviously in sort of, I don't know, 10 years or so time, when I would naturally go through the menopause, I will have some symptoms again then. So we'll see how it goes, but I may end up having HRT. The doctor consultant suggested that might be a good idea to give me some relief, because it's, as I said, it's just going to go woof at me rather than sort of a more of a gradual process that you get naturally, apparently. But yeah, I'm still doing some research about all this menopause stuff. It's happened a bit earlier than intended, so than I thought it was going to, so I haven't done a huge amount of research about it until now. But anyway, that's where we are. I have the hysterectomy tomorrow. I'm going to bring you along with me as much as I can. In the morning I'm probably going to be bored waiting, so yeah, we'll see how it goes, but Wish me luck, guys.
Your jumper. I feel very spaced out. Do I still look spaced out?
You do still look spaced out.
They said in the thing that I might feel drunk, and I'm like, well, I've never been drunk, so how the heck am I supposed to know how that feels?
You sound drunk. You do sound.
Do I?
You sound not slurry drunk. You sound sleepy drunk.
Yeah, like very relaxed. Yeah, I know what you mean. I've been around a lot of drunk people, though I've never been drunk. But you've come to visit me. Oh.
I don't think I ever slept very well last night, did we?
No.
Worried for today.
We were up early as well, weren't we?
And the clock's going forward, so both of us are going to be horrendous tomorrow.
I'm hoping, because I'm still like got the anaesthetic in my system, that I'll just go out like a light. And that even when they come and wake me up for the upteats time, yeah, I'll barely be awake. Wow, that was attractive.
First stop out of hospital is Greg's. It's lunchtime and I'm hungry. Had some like toast for breakfast, but that's all I've eaten today. And I want another tea because I didn't sleep very well last night. Because obviously they wake you up loads with like your obs and then painkillers, and then I had blood tests at 5:30 this morning, and then more obs, and then I managed to sort of doze off for a bit, and then the doctor, obviously the consultant, woke me up to tell me how the operation went, and I'm in my pyjamas going home. I'm someone who'd never go out of the house in pyjamas ever, so this is a bit weird. So John's gone into Greg's. I mean, I can't really walk around loads at the moment anyway, so I'm just hiding in here pretending I'm not wearing my pyjamas. But this jumper on, it doesn't look like it, because I wear this out. But yeah, I'm very pleased to have only stayed one night this time, and I get to go home again. I was sharing a room with with one woman. I was on the private ward. Apparently they, not because I pay for it, because they lend beds basically when they don't have enough on the NHS side. So both me and this lady were NHS patients, but in the same room, and yeah, she was lovely. So we were having a good chat. But she's had a similar operation to me, but she's had to have it open surgery. I've had keyhole, so she's actually a day ahead of me. She had the surgery a day before me, but she's still there now, and she's going to be there another night. So it just goes to show how, I mean, obviously you can't help it. She had like these really big fibroids, and they needed to come out that way. But it just shows the difference in the sort of healing time in that.
Sharp scratch. Okay.
Hello, little one. Definitely easier to get off than on, though.
I'm back home. It's a week today since I had the surgery, so it was this afternoon, it's Saturday morning that I had it. So I was in the waiting room this time last week, chatting to some other women who were in there, a couple waiting for their hysterectomies, a couple were having things like my hysteroscopy, investigation stuff, which made the time go quicker, and I think it stopped a lot of us from feeling as nervous as well, so that was nice. I had the surgery, as I said, Saturday afternoon. So I stayed in the hospital Saturday night. I had a catheter, so I was like stuck to the bed. And I wasn't supposed to move for the first bit. And then Sunday lunchtime, because in the morning they took the catheter out, and Sunday lunchtime, after I'd been to the toilet a couple of times, normally they'd sent me home, which was great. So yeah, the beauty of keyhole surgery is you don't have to wait around in hospital quite so much. The surgery went well. Obviously, I spoke to my consultant that morning and he said it went well, but we had a bit of a surprise because I actually had some endometriosis as well, which nobody has flagged up. So none of my fertility treatment, whether it was there or not, I don't know, none of my fertility treatment flagged anything up there. None of the investigation scans, the hysteroscopy, none of it has shown up any endometriosis, but apparently I did have some. I think he said it was behind my uterus, sort of fused to my uterus, and something else, but I don't know what that was. So they got rid of that at the same time as they got rid of obviously my uterus, and they also got rid of my fallopian tubes and my cervix, which I also knew that they were going to get rid of. Getting rid of all that means I had a total hysterectomy. So a radical hysterectomy is when you also have the ovaries out, and a partial hysterectomy is when you only have the uterus and I'm guessing the tubes, fallopian tubes out. So I had a total hysterectomy. It sounds very dramatic, but the result's basically the same. But yeah, there's nothing wrong with my ovaries, so they've kept them in. It means that hopefully any menopausal symptoms that I will have now I've had my uterus taken out won't be as bad because my ovaries are still in there and producing hormones. They gave me ibuprofen and paracetamol to take home. I took them for the first couple of days like it's a routine, as in like every 6 hours ibuprofen, every 4 hours paracetamol. But then after that, I didn't feel the need to take them as often, and I haven't been taking them for a couple of days, apart from yesterday when I had a headache. Sorry, I know I keep shaking, but I can't get my tripod because I have to bend down to get it. So I apologise for the shaky thing. Anyway, so they sent me home with that. Also, they sent me home with some laxatives because I can't push. So therefore, I need to take two of them every night so that by the morning I need the toilet kind of thing. But the last ones I have of them are on Tuesday, so I'm really excited about that. And the other thing that I take every day is also an injection. I have to inject myself, which is fine because I had fertility treatments. I did a lot of injecting myself during the fertility treatment. So this is to help prevent DVT, so deep vein thrombosis, because obviously I'm not moving around anywhere near as much as I would normally. So I'm supposed to walk a bit and around a bit, but only a little bit. I can't lift things, not even like, 1 cup of tea in a kettle lifting. I can't bend. There's just so many things that I can't do. It's very frustrating. And John's working from home, so he can help me. But I just want to do it myself because everything just takes ages. Because obviously he's doing it for me, but also he's doing all the stuff for himself as well. And he's working even though it's from home. So I don't want to bother him too much about little things. So it can be a little bit frustrating not being able to do things. Everything just takes so much longer. And I'm not known for my patience, but I'm trying my best, I swear. Yes, those injections stop on Tuesday as well. They're my last ones. And then I've got to wear these lovely, beautiful pressure socks every day for 2 weeks. I can take them off at night. So they'll be going on a little bit longer. But compared to the injection and the laxatives, I'm not that bothered about them, especially because I'm just at home and they obviously can fit underneath my trousers. So I'm mostly just spending my time in pyjamas. I've vaguely got dressed today because my in-laws are coming later this afternoon. So I'm wearing not pyjamas, but not much different from pyjamas, to be fair. But yeah, so that's what's been going on, what's been happening this last week. I'm mostly just bored and a bit fed up, and obviously uncomfortable. But yeah, it's going well so far, the healing process. These are the injections I'm having. As you can see, only 4 left. I'm very excited about that. So that's to stop the DVT. I also have a sharp spin to put all the needles in that has to go to like the chemist or the doctors or the hospital or whatever afterwards for them to dispose of. These are also the laxatives that I'm taking that, again, I've only got another 4 days of. Yay! I'm going to finish this video here. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll probably update you on my healing process, as it is quite a lengthy one. And yeah, thank you so much for following me on this journey on YouTube, but also on my socials as well. And I will see you in the next one.